Yep, it's drive-by bolo time. Guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and it is time for another drive-by bolo, but it's been a long time since we've done one of these, and so, you know what? I owe you. We're going to do two. We're going to do one that you're probably not going to find. This is a bit of a rare find. So I thought, you know what? That's not fair. Let's add another one. Something you're guaranteed to find. Let's start with the unicorn. You may have seen this if you watched, well, just the last video. This did not last but about 12 hours. It went way faster than I anticipated it would. It's Slash. We picked this up at the local thrift for $45. It was priced up. It was in the case. But you know what? It was absolutely worth it. Do your comps, guys. I looked at this thing in the store and saw that there was only one of these listed. It was listed at like $215 and had 18 watchers. Obviously, there's interest. You look at the solds, they sit right about 150. There's a lot of them. Well, a lot of them compared to the one listed. There's several dozen solds. So, amazing sell-through. The guy that's got it listed thought, you know what, I've got the only one, so I'm going to list it high. I would do the same thing. But now coming in as the guy that sees there's only one other one listed, I'm going to be the guy that swoops in underneath him and takes away one of his buyers. So I listed mine, and of course I list internationally. I listed mine to go right about 175. Now I know they sell at 150, but the only other one available is more than 200. So mine is the cheapest available, even though it's above market value. Well, what happens? I got an offer this morning from somebody in Thailand. Now they're looking at the Australian listing that I have. And so the Australian listing is something at it was 272 Australian dollars and some odd cents. So they sent me an offer of 250 AUD. And I came back and I left a message and said, you know what? I just listed this thing. I just don't know if I'm willing to drop that much right now. And I sent back an offer of 270. I took off $2 and I think 11 cents Australian dollars, which is like, I think it's 66 cents in the US dollar. So I took off $1.50. They came back though right away at 260 with emojis of two praying hands, a heart, and they said, please, please. So you know they want it, right? And so what I did, I went back and I said, you know what? Let's meet in the middle at 265. Well, $265 plus it was $30 and change for shipping, Australian dollars, I think 20 something dollars. All in, once you do the exchange rate, we're sitting at about $193, $194 for Slash, who was yesterday afternoon in a Helena, Montana thrift store. He's going to Thailand for almost $200. So what do we need to know about Slash? Well, first thing, and the thing that actually caught my eye initially, and now I don't remember where it is. Here it is. Right there. McFarlane Toys. Keep an eye out for McFarlane. They make some really high-end stuff, guys. Now, just like anything, just because it says McFarlane doesn't mean you pick it up, right? But if it says McFarlane, it might be worth looking up, at least. They make really high-end figures, some of them worth more than this. The other thing is just kind of understanding pop culture. Slash is a big deal. A lot of people like him. It's rock and roll. He's a fantastic guitar player. He is a figure. I mean, there's a whole lot going on for him. And, you know, he's part of Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses has, you know, concert t-shirt sell, concert stuff sells like this. This is a rare deal. And it's also from 2005, which means there's probably not a ton of these, even in this condition with some nicks and dings, still in the box from 2005. Now you can look, and it's something you'll want to do to make sure that when they brought it to the thrift store, they didn't just put it back in the original box because they had the box. You can look, and I don't think we can see in here, but you know the twist ties that come on them? You can kind of see them in there. The twist ties that are on the amp stacks back there, they're still intact. So you know this has not been opened. That's something you're going to want to see. There's also the factory tape. You can see it's factory tape. It's a little bit whiter. You can see it on the top there, maybe a little bit better. It's hard to see, but there is factory tape on there. It's on this side. It's peeled a little bit. It's yellowed a little bit. So this isn't new like Scotch tape that they put on there. This is the old original factory sealed tape. So keep an eye out for McFarlane, Slash, Guns N' Roses. Anything like this, it's worth looking up. Something that looks like, hey, a collector might like something like that. So there are other Slash figures from McFarlane. Some of them are pretty valuable. Some of them are but most of them sell pretty well. So it doesn't have to be this particular set. Now this one is more rare, but there's others that also sell. So you may come across those. Keep an eye out for Slash. Okay, you might not find Slash, right? That's that might just be a random one-off. I'm never going to find another. It could happen. How about something that you are going to find, and something that a lot of people sort of discount? A lot of people think, you know what, there obviously is no value there. Why would I even bother? I've talked about this before, but I like selling movies, guys. And I haven't been able to go to garage sales. They've just started back up again, barely. This is a deal I found on Facebook. It was on a Facebook group. She had posted a whole bunch of stuff on there, and she had a stack. So I sent her a message and said, hey, I'm interested in some of those movies. Do you still have them? And she still had all of them. And why I was mostly interested is because the one that she posted, and she had others, she had several ads up, but Blu-ray. Blu-ray is the stuff that you want to look for because that typically has more value. It's hard to say the stuff that does have value now because there's so many streaming options. So it's a little bit hit and miss. You just got to look it up. You kind of get a feel sometimes for stuff. Certain kinds of war movies, action movies, sci-fi stuff. There are things that still sell on the media itself. And media, guys, I took pictures and posted all of these. I made 10, 11 listings, something like that, in an hour. I mean, it lists very, very quickly. You're not going to get rich off of most of these, but you're going to make money off of it. It's the meat and potato stuff, and that's what keeps your eBay store running. So let's look through these, and I might pop up some comps on these just so you can see what I'm talking about. But for the most part, a lot of these, just your standard average good pickup when we're talking about Blu-rays or even DVDs. But mostly what I have here is Blu-ray. You're looking at $10 to $12, maybe $15. Okay, that's sort of your standard. You want to look at the sell-through rate, find out how quickly these things are moving, and those tended to be the ones that I picked up today. I picked up the ones that, even if they weren't super high dollar value, they were moving quickly, and so I wasn't going to have to hang on to them forever. That's the case with this one right here. This is actually a DVD, H.G. Wells' Time Machine. I don't remember the numbers offhand, but there's something like 14 listed and 53 sold or something. So these are selling all the time. They sell right about $10. So I think I put this one up at $9.98. I'm not sure. We'll put it up there. But this is going to sell very, very quickly. So that's a good thing. And this is free shipping. But remember, media mail. Now that it went up a nickel for the 1 pound rate. So it's $2.80. So on a lot of this stuff, you can offer free shipping. It's only going to cost you $2.80. And so you're going to make, I think I paid for all of these, I think we're in about $1.50 a piece by the time you figure out the math. So it's going to cost $3 to send. That's $4.50 once you figure in the buy cost. Maybe go to $5 once you figure in the fees, and we make $5 to slip this into a padded envelope. How much easier can it get? So Time Machine, that one's about $10. This I had never seen before, and so I thought, you know what, it's unique. I picked it up. Roy Scheider, All That Jazz. This is a Bob Fosse film. I'd never heard of it before, but you know what? It does pretty well. Okay, how about this one? This is, remember we said action, war, that sort of thing. Kelly's Heroes and Where Eagles Dare. A double feature, both of these really good movies. I like both of these. I can't remember. I think this one's about 12.5. I'll put it up there. I did price some of these a little higher than what I thought they might go for, but that's because I want to leave myself a little bit of wiggle room. I enable best offer on pretty much everything. I want to give myself a little space to maneuver if I need it. So this is another good one. How about this one? This one has a crazy sell-through. The Legend of 1900. Most of these do have the slipcase, so that doesn't have that, but I think this was the only used version of this on there, so I could price it a little bit lower than all of the new. This one should go pretty quickly. I'd never actually heard of this one. This is Peter Sellers and Shirley MacLaine being there. I don't know, but look, it does well. So there's this one. Chinatown. This is a good one with Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. Sorry, the light is glaring on this one. This another one that sells very well. Now, all of those are going to average to about 12 to 15 bucks. Check it out. We've got more. How about these? Now, these do not sell particularly well on their own, but I've said it before, it's always good to make somebody an instant collection. Look, my buyer, whenever they decide to hit that button, is going to have an instant collection of all 3 of the relaunched Star Trek movies on Blu-ray. So on their own, they're selling like $6, maybe, right? But you put them all together and sell them for 15 bucks free shipping, and this becomes a lot more attractive. So think about that when there's stuff that doesn't necessarily sell well on its own. What can you put it with to make it sell? Same thing works with, polo shirts. Same size, same style, put 2 of them together. It absolutely helps. So there's these. We put those up in a lot, but we actually have a couple more that are pretty good. One of them, really good. Let me show you. Okay, on the pretty good. How about Charlton Heston, Omega? Wow, that's glaring bad. Omega Man. This, you might have seen, what is it? I Am Legend. This is based off of that, and then Will Smith later did the other movie. This is sort of the original version of that. Omega Man, really cool movie, and it sells very well for decent money. Okay, how about Soylent Green? This is a great fantasy, sci-fi, horror, kind of mixed genre a little bit. I mean, you've seen me sell some of the VHS horror. It sells very well. So does this stuff. Soylent Green, again, with Charlton Heston. This sells for pretty good money. Again, look at the comp up there. But the best one, and I didn't even comp this one before I went, because what happened is I saw she had a whole bunch of other totes. We went and picked these up at her storage locker. It sounds like her husband's brother passed away, and they're slowly moving some of his stuff from another town that's about an hour and a half away. They're moving it here, and they're going through it. And he had some duplicates. They have some movies that he had, and so they're just slowly moving through the stuff. They had more stuff there, and I said, hey, would it be okay to look through? That's where I found the Time Machine, several others that I looked at. I found some extras that we hadn't agreed upon before I showed up. But I thought, you know what, I'm here, I'll ask. And she said, oh, sure, look through it. This was sitting in there. Guys, Blade Runner. Now, the new one didn't do so well, but the original, that is fantastic movie making. It has a lot of fans. Harrison Ford. This is the 30th anniversary collector's edition. It's really cool. It's got the Blu-ray in it, but then it's got the booklet, and there's different, a lot of them is pictures, there's sketches, there's all sorts of cool stuff in here, and then you've got 2 more discs in the back. This is really, really good. There's people listing this. I think there's solds of this new, might have been in a steel book or something, but basically this new, 75 bucks. I think we're going to get about $40 for this right here. We paid her $18 total. I had agreed on 14, and then I added 3 more discs, including this one, which is obviously a little more valuable. And I had 19 bucks. I asked if, or she actually said 20. I said, what do you think? What does that bump it to? She said 20. I said, you know what? I've got 19. Will that do it? She said yes. So we're going to get $40 straight from this one. Okay, this puts us into the profit, and all these others, it's $10 bills, $5 bills. So we're putting in our pocket every time they sell. So keep an eye out for movies, guys. I know there's a lot of people that think media is dead. It is not. I sell it all the time on eBay. And like I said, you are not going to make a ton of money on most of them, but you're making $5 and $10 and $15 at a time. These are very easy. I put 1 single wrap of bubble wrap on it, put it into a padded mailer. It goes out the door for 6 to 8 ounces, medium mail rate, and you made money. So a little bit of what you won't find, a little bit of what you will find at garage sales and thrift stores everywhere. It's always worth looking at this. Look at the CDs too. I've sold some CDs for some good money. I hope you get something out of this, guys. I hope it opens your eyes to maybe look at something new. I sure appreciate if you learned something. let me know underneath. That's always helpful. I love when people tell me that they watched my video, they learned something, they went out and bought something that they then sold and made money. That's why I'm doing this, and it's super exciting to hear that when that happens. So comment down below. I sure appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up. That helps bump us up in the search for YouTube. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. It looks like somewhere around 35% of the people watching these videos aren't actually subscribed to my channel. I don't know why, but go ahead and subscribe, please. We're now pushing our way towards about 825 subscribers. We're on the drive for 1,000 by the end of the summer. I think we're going to get there. So if you can help us out, I'd sure appreciate that. If you want to see anything, if you want to learn about anything, if you think I'm wrong, I don't care. Tell me down below. I can take it. Thanks for showing up, guys. I sure appreciate it. We'll see you next time.